on the shuttle. I've got Ilias, Needles, Adolf, and Theo on the truck. There you go. Chilling up. Needles is dropping.
Wow. It is so chill. Like, so chill.
How was that?
It could be the best feeling I've had on a bike ever. And that's 27 years of biking.
Dude, you're so sideways coming through that stuff.
It's unintentional. You lean like a normal whip. Because it's so big, it just does it. You know, you don't have to flick. You shouldn't flick. Yeah, this morning I told you kind of why I do it, but this is why. For yourself, just the energy and adrenaline and just like the feeling. Pure joy. Once you touch wood, get comfortable.
We can hear you giggling inside your helmet as you're rolling through.
It's just, yeah.
Was that a top to bottom?
Yeah, that was a top to bottom. Second or third this morning. So yeah, once you kind of can predict what's happening, then you can enjoy the ride.
So sick
Lack of a
to
better
watch.
term.
So sick.
I think that's
dude.
what it's all about. You know, everyone's here. Yeah, everyone. There's a little bit of competitiveness, but not really. It's like you're pushing yourself. You can hear Elias like he's bummed because he wants to flip tuck the 90. That's like for himself. You know, like it's his challenge, and my challenge is to get comfy and ride with the boys. You know, it doesn't happen every day.
Well, you do look pretty comfy.
What a place, man. What a place. Look at the smiles. Like this is what it is. Did you do it?
Yeah.
You crazy man. The
Only
tuck.
this, not the top.
Yeah, but flip tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you did. Only. Flip tuck.
No,
What a
I thought you
place.
meant the 90.
No, just
No,
did what
the
you want
first
to
one.
do, yeah. Yeah, there it is.
So good.
Like-
Cooking.
You get to know everyone and you can see what they're working on, and the energy is amazing. Like whether we ride for 10 minutes or 3 hours.
That was my second lap.
Yeah. It's his second lap this morning, but
Really?
And I spun everything.
he spun everything.
What a madman.
And Bienve front flip the 90, I think, last year. Like he's done a lot of world's firsts as well. So
Okay.
you're around greatness of freeride.
Yeah.
Like this might not happen again, you know.
You're pleasing the crowds, dude. Keep it up.
Sweet.
Okay, mate.
Early for this.
It's a bit early. 14 years of World Cup racing. Retired for like 6 or 7 years. And what does it feel like to be hitting the biggest jumps in the world at almost 40?
I thought you were going to ask at 6 a.m. in the morning.
And that too.
I didn't want to get reminded that I'm almost 40. Brendan's catching me though. I'm just trying to keep up with Brendan. It actually feels like a World Cup, Bren. Like getting up this early, you got to prep the bags, worry about food in the morning. I don't really think of the age. Just been doing it long enough, so hopefully subconsciously the muscle memory's there really.
Okay.
Technically don't jump the biggest jump in the world, thank goodness. Brent, you doing that one this year?
Yeah, probably. Like what makes, it's a big week, lots of riding. For you, what makes Darkfest a success?
For me?
Yeah, like staying alive?
Yeah, survival. No, I mean, I think just being around the energy and people pushing the sport, not me. I push myself, so I guess that's a success. I think just seeing all the international guys having a great time in South Africa and then pushing the progression of freeride and getting to be involved is just awesome. It's like an icing on the cake. I would come and watch anyway, but after a few years of riding the bottom half and getting comfortable and watching everyone, it made sense to try the line and just the feeling. It's really nothing else than just like a rush of adrenaline, really, to do the whole line. It's just the best line probably ever built for downhill jumps.
Let's talk bike setup. So how tall are you?
How tall am I? 185, and I weigh. Actually, Brendan and I are laughing about this because we're both retired now. So my racing weight was 75 kilograms. I don't know what I weigh now.
Okay.
Probably 76.
And you're on a large gambler.
Yeah.
Okay. And wheel size, mullet or
Mullet for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the guys ride even 27.5 front, depending on their bike manufacturing sponsors. Definitely mullet at the back.
And you go like suspension setup hard as
Yeah.
compression and air,
Yeah.
like just all on.
Yeah, I've actually put a coil on to give like a little bit of suppleness on the top just for feeling, because I just ran an air shock pump, living daylights out of it, turned all the compression on and slowed the rebound down. So I don't think my setup was that great. It felt a bit dead, but
And
yeah.
talk to tires. Like tires are obviously pretty crucial because that's probably the first failure point if there's going to be a failure, right?
no.
Sorry
I
to
just-
talk about that shit.
I just pumped them up as hard as I can.
Okay, so tubeless, and you go to like
Put
40
a tube in the
PSI?
back, actually.
Tube in the
Actually,
back?
The guys just run tubes in the back. You don't need, because sometimes with the sealant, it I don't know what it calls. Like, because it's liquid, it moves. So at speed, you can feel like as if you have like the valve. Sometimes when you're going
Like a-
fast, you can feel that.
Okay,
So with a tube, there's less of that feeling.
so it's like unbalanced. Can
It's
feel
unbalanced, yeah.
Okay.
I
Now,
haven't felt much of that this year, but I do have a tube in the back. I think tubeless at the front.
World Cup racing and Darkfest, two different animals. Which is harder and why? For
Well,
you?
Well, for me, I think Darkfest, you've got a whole week to get comfortable, and you just ride at your level and what you want to do. Thank you.
Sure.
So what's harder? I'd say, no, I don't want to compare it because I'm not doing what these top guys are doing. They're pushing themselves, but because there's no set schedule, you can get comfortable
You run past
when
the house
you
and
want.
you get coffee.
Yeah?
Straight up.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, so you can get comfortable hopefully when you want, and you can wait on the weather and all that. A World Cup just has a schedule. So if the conditions don't suit you, or you're not comfortable on the track yet, well, qualifying's happening.
Okay.
So that challenge is different. But as far as the guys pushing the limits, that's probably as bad, because if you're here wanting to do something and progress the sport, well, yeah, there's no holding back, is there? And we've seen that. But I think the jam format is a way nicer format. That would be a downhill race over a week, and you can decide when to do your fast run. That could
Wow,
be
that's
quite an interesting format. I still want to have a race where there's sort of a roaming hot seat and jam format, and when you're up to speed, you throw down a run.
The course is open for
Course
5
is
hours
open,
or something.
and then when you're ready, off you go.
Invites
Or-
only.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like that.
Your
idea.
DH career. Let's looking back, what could you have worked harder at?
Brendan and I was talking about it. I think, yeah, you can always say you left some technical side on the table or fitness, but to be
You
honest,
got my pedals.
it's all in the head. It's mental.
Okay.
Like speaking to my old downhill
My pedals,
coach.
Andrew.
Hey,
You got my pedals.
yeah, there you go. You can just cut all this or what?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll overlay and stuff.
I would
yeah.
say about delivering the run when it counts, and that's downhill.
Okay.
And I think that's easily something I did work on and was very conscious of it. But that's always something you could have done better, but that comes with experience.
Okay.
Like if I went back now, I would hope and feel that I would be better at the mental side, and then make that even more of a priority.
Okay.
Like you can always work on technical fitness, but I think at the highest level, those are really incremental gains, and you see that with the guys.
Yeah.
And they fix their fitness,
Yeah.
or they work on a certain technical aspect. But the guys that are performing week in and week out, why is that? They're getting to their potential more often, and that's
Mental
strategy.
side.
That's the mental side, and people don't want to admit it. People don't want to always work on it. But now, it's more and more head coaches around. So
Tell me, was there one accolade, result, run, or something that you're most proud of from your World Cup career?
a World Cup career.
14 years there, like one run. It doesn't have to be the result, but like what were you most proud of?
I don't even really think about it all, but I think once a podium became a goal, then to tick that off was really special, a relief, like all the emotions, because on paper it maybe took longer than it could have.
Okay.
Got close, had bike issues for a while, got 6 places, all that stuff, qualified well. So I think when I ticked that off, yeah, I was really stoked.
Okay. And lastly, any advice for anyone at home wanting to improve their jumping from whatever base they're starting?
Yeah, and I think that's back to when you asked me, like, nervous or not, and people say you're crazy, and I guess to the public eye we are, but this is a culmination of 25 years of riding to then decide to do Darkfest. And the same for these guys. A lot of it is calculated risk. At their level, the guys that are doing the tricks, yeah, there's a lot of risk involved and a lot of like, okay, well, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. Touch wood, at my level, I'm kind of gauging that I can ride to a certain level. I'm seeing that the jumps look safe. So to me, that's a very calculated risk. Like I know that I can do it. There are then consequences if it goes wrong. But on the jumping side, I think start small. In all my coaching with some people, and I started small as a kid. I'm comfortable because I started on tiny jumps when I was 13.
Okay.
And I've built up, and I just rode dirt jumps in between downhill. So it's repetitions. It's reps. I think people start mountain biking later or haven't worked on the jumping, and then they say, I'm not a good jumper. Well, I just think you're inexperienced.
Okay.
I think everything can be learned. Maybe it's not your thing. You're better at corners, you're better at X, Y, Z, but repetition on small jumps of the same jump, and then you build up to another one. When you go to different jumps all the time, when you don't have the base skill set, you're not going to be comfortable.
Okay. Nice one. Perfect. Thanks
It's
so
a
much,
long
Brett.
way. Yeah.